Hi class. For this week's discussion, we're going over our dreams. So I only was able to remember a couple fragments of my dreams. So I'll just start with what happened last night, which is really weird. I had a dream where I got a new job and I was excited and getting ready for work. And while I was brushing my teeth, I made the motion to spit out my toothpaste, and I actually woke myself up by spitting in my sleep. So that was really gross, and that's all I remember from that dream. And earlier this week I had a dream where I was just at home carving pumpkins. Apparently this is something that was very normal in my dream. I was just carving pumpkins for fun. And when my family came and visited, they they were very happy to see my pumpkins. They were praising them a lot, telling me they were the best pumpkins. And I put a candle inside a pumpkin, and apparently it made it all the better. So that was really weird as well. Additionally, I had another dream where I just found a new shopping website that was a combination between Living Social and Groupon, if anyone's familiar with those two, as well as the really old interactive pet site, Neopets. So it was really weird, and I was really excited to show my sister this website so we could go shopping together. So the whole dream was me just going through different pages on there, seeing different shoes I would buy, or imaginary pet friends. So it was really weird. And unfortunately, those are all the fragments of dreams I can remember for this week. I did write those down, but that's all I was able to get out of my dreams. I think that they are really random. I don't think that they really have a lot of meaning. I think they can reflect on a lot of the things that are going on in my life right now, in a way, if you read into them really deeply, but otherwise I don't think that they have a lot of meaning. I mean, with the shopping, I think it would be great to find a really awesome discount website that also makes me feel as happy and careless as I did when I would just play online games where I had an imaginary fairy pet. So maybe that's what stress reliever to get away from the anxiety I'm feeling in my normal everyday life, with budgets and financing and the economy and paying for my education, making sure I get enough hours at work. This would be, I guess, an anti-anxiety dream where the censorship is there and actively working to protect myself from the anxiety that I feel on a normal everyday basis, I guess. With the fact that I had a dream where I was getting a new job, that would also tie directly into the fact that I would love to have a better job where I get paid more, and those problems are also resolved. The brushing my teeth part and spitting and waking myself up because I feel drool on my face, I don't really think that's relevant. I don't think that there's more to it. The carving pumpkins, I guess, who wouldn't like a little extra praise in their life every now and then, feel like they're doing a good job of what they do. But I don't think that all of these things are really telling me things that I don't already know, that haven't already been consciously went over and over again in my mind, things that I stress about or have anxieties about on an everyday level. It's not anything to the extent where Freud would say maybe these are just sexual repressions. I don't think that that's happening. I don't think that there are, deep repressions or desires that I don't already know about. I know I want money. I know I want to be successful. I know I wish I could go shopping more often, but, those are things that I already know. It's not things that are being uncovered through my dreams. So those are just the way that I've interpreted those dreams as of the readings that we had. I just don't necessarily agree with Freud or Jung. I think that as poetic as their approaches are, I don't think that dreams necessarily need to have that much meaning. I know I've said that in almost every single one of my discussion posts. So I just feel like I'm repeating myself now, but that's really how I feel. I think that some of those dreams, they can just be random and they don't have to have that much meaning. So tell me if you disagree. Maybe you find more meaning in my dreams than I do, but that's pretty much how I feel about those. So yeah, and then addressing the other half of the prompt too. For this week's video, it says that you should go ahead and relate these to the idea of materialism and a worldview. So I know this is kind of making my post a little long, but I think when I think of materialism in the prompt, it also discussed how that materialism is based on perceiving the world by your senses, and the prompt pretty much asks whether or not that materialism is a bad thing, and I don't think it is. I think we're given these senses so that we can navigate through the world in, I guess, a productive way. I don't think that anyone should go out and live purely based on their senses, but I think that the senses are a tool. They're given to us so that we know, you know, eat good tasting food because it's good for you, or do things that make you happy because you only have one life to live. I know that might be a little, I don't know, that might be a little too worldly of a worldview versus, you know, very spiritual worldview where you should live on earth in a way that allows you to have a good afterlife. But I think, in my opinion, you should respect the gift that you're given from God to live on this world and enjoy it while you can. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to convey that through my essay, but I think that in a sense that these dreams, they are just your senses being processed, and I don't know, I feel like I'm rambling now, but those senses shouldn't be neglected. I think you can look at your dreams and they'll tell you a lot about how you're feeling and other things like that, but hopefully it's not going to tell you something that you don't already know. So hopefully all that made sense. Otherwise, please post some questions because I'd love to clarify what I'm talking about right now. Since it's about 7:38, I wanted to wait until everyone in this house is awake to start this post, so hopefully it all makes sense. All right, have a good Labor Day weekend. Thanks. Bye.